Dear students, today we are discussing approach to capital structure. Okay, there are different theories. We have already gone through NI approach and NOI approach. So the third approach is approach. It is Modigliani and Miller approach. This theory was contributed by Modigliani and Merton H. Miller. That is why it is called Modigliani and Miller approach. We know there are two categories of theories, relevance theories and irrelevance theories. Approach is considered generally as irrelevance theory because the basic assumption of the first assumption of approach is there is no tax. So if there is no tax, without tax, approach is irrelevance theory. But if there is a change that, if the assumption is changed as that there is tax, then the with tax concept is relevance theory. So the first theory we are discussing is irrelevance theory, that is without tax. As per this approach, there is no optimum capital structure because this is an irrelevance theory. All the irrelevance theory says that there is no optimum capital structure, and a capital structure using debt capital will not increase the return of equity shareholders, will not increase the market value, will not reduce the cost. That is irrelevance theories. So approach without tax is also having the opinion that there is no optimum capital structure. They are justifying this by saying that corporate leverage, it can be substituted by personal leverage. That means corporate leverage means taking leverage or debt capital loan by the company. Personal leverage means an investor taking personal loan. So corporate leverages can be substituted by personal leverage. This is called double leverage. Double leverage means there are two leverages, corporate leverage and personal leverage. Corporate leverage is substituted by personal leverage. Okay, then how it is possible to substitute corporate leverage by personal leverage? It is possible through arbitrage process. Arbitrage process involves use of personal or homemade leverage. Personal leverage in a homemade leverage. Okay, it is the use of personal leverage instead of organizational or corporate leverage. Corporate leverage in pagaram personal leverage ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന പ്രോസസ്സിനെയാണ് ആർബിട്രേജ് പ്രോസസ്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഇൻ ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ഒന്നുകൂടി ഡീറ്റെയിൽഡ് ആയിട്ട് ആർബിട്രേജ് പ്രോസസ്സിനെ എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ, selling shares in levered form, take personal loan and invest in an unlevered form will give the same return or a higher return. For example, there are two forms. Levered form, that means a firm with debt capital. Unlevered form, that is a firm without debt capital. Suppose a person is having investment in levered form. We know as per trading on equity, the person investing in levered form will get more return than unlevered form. Suppose a person is having investment in an levered form, he withdraw his shares, his investment from the levered form, take a personal loan and invest the total amount, that is the amount withdrawn and the personal loan, in an unlevered form. In that case, the person will get the same return or a higher return from an unlevered form. So taking a personal loan, a person is having personal leverage. Okay. With this personal leverage, he can make the same return as contributed by levered form. Okay, this is called arbitrage process. And there is also another case, reverse arbitrage process. It is just opposite to arbitrage process. That means selling shares in the unlevered firm and invest in the levered firm. This is arbitrage process. Let us illustrate how the arbitrage process will work. For example, there are two companies, company X and company Y. Okay, the capital of both the companies are 10 lakhs. Okay, here also 10 lakhs, here also 10 lakhs. Here, in the case of X Limited, the capital is only equity. Whereas in case of Y Limited, it is 5 lakhs equity and 5 lakhs 8% debentures. Okay, and the rate of return of the company is 10%. Okay, at the same time, the rate of return of both the companies are same, that is 10%. Company is having, X Limited is having 10 lakhs full equity, whereas Y Limited is having 10 lakhs but 5 lakh equity and 5 lakh 8% debentures. Okay, for example, if a person Anil, okay, or if a person A, he is having 1 lakh investment in a levered firm. Okay, what will be the benefit available to the person Anil from the Y Limited? Okay, in the case of X Limited, let us go through two companies. Okay, in the case of X Limited, the rate of return is 10%. That is 1 lakh is the rate of return. 10 lakh is capital and 1 lakh is the rate of return. So 10% is the rate, that is 1 lakh will be the return available to the persons. That is, if Anil is having investment in X Limited, he will get 10%, that is 10,000. Okay, 10,000 is only 10%. Okay, but if he is having investment in Y Limited, what will happen? Y Limited is having the same return, that is 1 lakh, but out of 1 lakh the company will pay 8% interest for 5 lakh debenture holders, that is it will be 40,000. The balance amount will be 60,000. This balance amount of 60,000 will be distributed among the shareholders. Okay, our example, our investor Anil, he is having 1 lakh investment in Y Limited. He will get 1/5 of 60,000, that is he will get 12,000. Okay, if he is investing in X Limited, he will get only 10,000, whereas if he is investing in Y Limited, he will get 12,000. That is, he will get 10% from X Limited and 12% from Y Limited. How it is possible? It is due to the benefit of leverage. Okay, but MM approach suggests that, for example, Anil is having investment in Y Limited. He withdraw that amount of 1 lakh rupees from Y Limited and also take a personal loan of 1 lakh rupees at the rate of 8% and invest the total 2 lakh rupees in X Limited. What will happen? The rate of return of both companies are same, but what will happen? Anil was getting rupees 12,000 from Y Limited because of company leverage. But if he withdraw his 1 lakh rupees and take a personal loan of 1 lakh rupees at the rate of 8% and invest the total amount of 2 lakh in X Limited, what will happen? The company will make a profit of 10% and on 10 lakhs it will be having 1 lakh rupees, but here Anil is investing 2 lakh here, so Anil will get 20,000. Out of the 20,000, Anil will pay interest on his personal loan of 1 lakh rupees, that is 8,000. If he pay the 8,000 rupees interest on personal loan, he will be getting the balance of 12,000. This 12,000 is the same amount that he has been received from the Y Limited. In case of Y Limited, he got the benefit because of company leverage, corporate leverage. But here now Anil is getting same 12,000 from X Limited because of his personal leverage. This is called arbitrage process. That is, withdraw amount of investment from levered firm, that is Y Limited, take a personal loan, that is 1 lakh rupees, and invest the total amount in an unlevered firm. So he is getting the same amount that he has been received from the levered firm. This is called arbitrage process. It is the process of substituting corporate leverage by personal leverage. Okay. Of the assumptions of approach. First one, perfect capital market. Approach assumes that capital market is perfect. What is the peculiarity of perfect market? In perfect market, all the consumers are having symmetric information. Everyone will have knowledge. Everywhere the amount available to or the debt available to one person or the company may be available to another person. We know what is perfect market. Okay, homogeneous products, then same price, strict competition, etc. Likewise, in case of approach, the first assumption is perfect capital market. Our capital market is perfect. That is, it is a market with a symmetric information. Then no taxed. It is another assumption. Okay, we know there are two theories of without tax, with tax. If it is irrelevance theory, there is no corporate tax. Then 100% DP ratio, dividend payout ratio is 100%. That is, there is no retained earnings. So all the amount of profit will be given as distributed as dividend. Then rational investors. Another assumption, all the investors are rational. They are not emotional. Then borrowing facility at risk-free rate. All the persons, whether it is company or individual, they are having a borrowing facility at risk-free rate. Then free flow of information, that is symmetric information. Information is passed about the stock market, about the capital market, about the sources of funds. The information is available to every person, that is free flow of information. Then company and investors are having same borrowing costs. Company can get a loan and the person can also get the loan. For example, if a company is getting a loan at the rate of 6%, that same loan with 6% is available to individuals. So company and investors or individuals are having same borrowing costs, and investors are of homogeneous risk class. All the investors are similar with regard to assuming risk. Everyone is ready to take risk, or the risk taking capacity of everyone are homogeneous.